with an A.
Okay.
All right, it's 30 seconds. 30 seconds. Hold on. I'm just gonna be like, oh, and I do have a special guest, and then that's when you come in and say your name and stuff. All right.
Gotcha.
You ready? 10 seconds. Or whatever. Maybe it's 10 now. Welcome, everybody, to another episode of Gino Thanks, the podcast. And as always, we are sponsored by Kick the Media. And today I do have a very special guest with me.
Hey, everybody. My name is D. Morgz. That is short for the most rigorous Gino. Just keep on going. I don't know. I'm not trying to screw this up from the start, but yeah, I'm his guest for today. Doing a little test.
And this is just an audio podcast, but I will say you're dressed very nicely for the occasion.
Oh yeah,
you didn't have to do all that. We don't worry about all that over here. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. All right, I won't make the same mistake twice. This is from Kohl's, by the way. Very expensive. Oh, geez, you wouldn't believe chaps. Chaps nowadays, forget about it. The brand.
True. Yeah. You know what that stands for, right?
No, I don't. Does it actually
stand
for something?
It stands for can't have a polo shirt. There's only people that can't buy polo buy chaps.
Oh!
That's what they say.
I'm not good with fashion, so I usually just get whatever is placed on the mannequin at Kohl's.
Well, then you might as well. Oh, really?
It's a good technique, right? I don't know. Maybe not.
I don't like doing that.
You just completely took a dump on chaps.
Exactly. Sometimes I feel like those are just totally random.
What about leather chaps?
Oh, I see. Was that what you were talking about? That's not what you were talking about.
No, I'm talking about the shirt. No.
Yeah.
No, I'm just goofing off.
All right.
That's a goofy impression. But anywho, we got a couple of questions. Do we not?
We have a couple of questions. No, I just wanted to talk a little bit about like what's been going on in the news recently and stuff. You know what I'm saying? We last week we touched a little bit on like what's been going on with Kanye. I don't know if you're following that, but
very, very briefly.
Oh well, I don't know. As you know, he is trying to run for president, right?
Mm-hmm. I did hear that. I think that is incredible. That's just awesome. Anybody that wants to run, that's just great. Yeah. But that's your American right to do so, as long as you're born in the country and whatnot. And we'll continue.
And he said that it was. I don't know. He just, he always does his tweets. His most recent tweet that I heard was he had two, and he was like, I think I'm going to beat Biden by write-in votes. And then he had another one. He was like, I will beat Biden by write-in votes, like kind of speaking it into existence.
Well, I think a loaf of Wonder Bread could beat Joe Biden in a debate. I don't know what the Democrats were thinking these past 4 years. I think it was kind of silly to not try and build up a stronger candidate. Maybe move a little further away from the way they were going to the left, and maybe go a little more towards the standard definition of like a Democrat. Maybe, I don't know. But,
standard definition of a Democrat? What are you talking about?
Like a standard definition of a Democrat. I think they went way. I think the both sides went way too far right and left on the spectrum. So
who would you?
The Democrats went way too far left, liberal, and then the Republicans went way too far right, conservative. And
So who do you support? So who do you support?
if I were to support somebody, I would have to. I mean, at this point, it's a no-brainer.
Yeah, Kanye, right?
President President Trump.
Really?
I mean, it's like
Um,
I mean, I could say that all day long, and at the end of the day, it's really like, did I did I think it was a great choice first time around? No. Was I scared and shaking in my little space boots? Of course. Uh,
and then you want to continue that now?
but I decided to roll the dynamite dice, and I mean, if you really look into what the guy's done, he's actually done things, whether you like what he's done or not, politically.
No, I understand that. I
Things have
understand that.
changed, you know.
But also at the same
Interesting.
time, like he's also just a puppet.
Oh well, I mean that's every politician, every president, that's every single.
That's what I'm saying. But I mean, Kanye. One could argue that he's a Kardashian's puppet, but I feel like if he was a president, like he wouldn't do the normal puppetry.
Well, here's an interesting fact for you. I believe Donald Trump was in like almost like 179 different rappers' songs.
Exactly. Yeah.
Before he became president.
Young Jeezy, he called himself Donald Trump in a white tee.
It's just so weird how like he like all of a sudden like.
No, I mean a lot of the reasons why he is hated is because at his rallies he would say some crazy shit. Like that's a lot of it.
But what I'm not trying to say I defend the guy, or I'm not trying to say like you're wrong, but like what is crazy? Like he's making it more of a
like not crazy. Let me take that back. I don't mean to say crazy. I'm sure he knows what he's doing. He's really smart about it.
Stand-up?
Yeah, exactly.
It's not stand-up comedy. It's politics.
It's irresponsible, I would say. He's very irresponsible with what he says.
I agree. But at the same time, it's kind of like I don't know. You got there's a first time for everything, and this is the first time we've gotten a guy who is a businessman. They have been asking this guy to be president of the United States of America since like the early '80s. Look into it. You'll find videos. You'll find plenty of videos or pictures, like footage of like the NAACP, like Reverend Jesse Jackson and Al Sharpton, like awarding him medals for doing well for the African American community. Like,
well, duh, because they're working together. Duh.
I guess, yeah. I'm not trying to say, but I'm not trying to say Reverend Jesse Jackson or Al Sharpton or Donald Trump are the greatest people in the world, because I think Sharpton, Jackson are scumbags. Trump's a scumbag slimeball. I mean, that's just
because they're all really they're all really working together. They're all part of this elite group.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, that's all I was saying.
Well, yeah, it's almost like, think of it like this. It's just like okay, so he has Trump has had the business mind his entire life, and that whole mindset can be broken down into, funny enough, a Mr. Burns quote. See Montgomery Burns from The Simpsons. Hello, Smithers. And
that's the quote? What's the quote, though? What do you mean?
The quote was, if you want to survive in the business world, you have to disregard three things: family, religion. It was a family, friends, religion, and morals, or something like that. And maybe it was more. And it's just so true. It rings true with politics too. It's like, yeah, like if you're gonna try and get anywhere in politics, are you really like? How do we really know you're doing it for the people, for yourself, for your family that is temporarily within the White House? Like, what's going on? Help me out here, Jerry. Or is that Jerry talking to Jerry on Seinfeld?
I'm not even sure what you're talking about now.
I was trying to do a Jerry Seinfeld impression.
But I don't know. You said something earlier, talking about like it was just like business. So I kind of wanted to switch gears for a little bit and talk about business for a little bit. You are you following what's going on with Tekashi 6ix9ine?
Yeah.
You saw he had.
I think it's incredibly snitching. That's like the last I heard. I know he's a wannabe DMX, but continue.
Well,
and that rainbow hair is like just. Come on, what are you doing, bro? Anyways.
While he was in jail, he managed to get a $10 million record deal for 2 albums, which is like very, other big name rappers were mad that he got that deal. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
and now, but now he just signed. He just signed for to do 1 live show. He's getting $5 million.
$5 million, right out of jail
for 1 show. Yeah, exactly, for 1 show.
Jail for what again?
The official thing was the RICO. I think it's like racketeering. I don't know what it stands for.
Either do I. I would love to know though.
But he does get off of house arrest on the August 1st. So I'm not sure if that's when the album is coming out. He had something on his story a few weeks ago that was like August 1st, y'all not ready or something like that. So I'm not sure if that, because that's usually how he was advertising his singles. So I'm not sure if this is another advertisement for his music or if he's just talking strictly about him getting off house arrest.
Yeah, well, I think somebody. Well, how old is the youngster? What is he, like 21, 24? Oldest?
He's 24. He turned 24 this year already.
Good call, huh? All right, so he's a 24-year-old. He's been in jail. He's snitched. He's completely shown that the game is not what it used to be.
In the last year, he's made $15 million. That's crazy. In the last, within the last year, he's made $15 million. That's crazy. What are you talking about?
For being like a little snitching. You know what? I don't know. It's kind of like the rap game is. They got to think of new, like, creative ideas for some of these, whether it be the beats or lyrics or, like, who's on the track. I mean, obviously, like, you're not going to be Marshall Mathers getting Rihanna.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, he left his whole crew and all that right before he got arrested. So, like, when he was going to come back, people were worried about how the sound was going to be. But he delivered, I feel like.
He delivered, did he? Well, how did he... I mean, I don't know. I just don't like... Not that I don't like him. I do think it's kind of cool that he's the only rapper. I don't know what that was all about, but I feel like he's the only rapper. I don't know what that was all about. And I'm done.
No, hold on. I'm so sorry. I'm so like, hold on.
Oh wow, you've really ruined my opportunity on this podcast.
All right, guys. Like I said, I'm waiting to get my phone back. So until I get my phone back, we are going to have some technical difficulties. However, that's not going to last long. So definitely
I've gotten
stick it out with us. Haven't you always wanted technical difficulties on the podcast? Gino thinks.
Yeah. I mean, if it's gonna have some technical difficulties, I would hope it would be a wardrobe malfunction with a female and her brassiere. But
All
unfortunately,
right. Well, then, are you going to get us some guests? What are you talking about?
well, to the right of me, I have. I'd rather not say, and to the left of me, I have. I'd rather not say.
Got you.
But
Anyway, sorry for that brief interruption, everyone. Let's get back on track. All right.
Yeah.
So the last thing I remember you saying was you were talking about snitches. So
yeah,
let's move forward a little bit. So, are you? How do you feel about Ghislaine Maxwell? Because she's getting ready to snitch on everyone.
Okay, well, I think it's a good thing because I think at this point in the entertainment business, not saying everything's been done, but we need a refresher's course on how to entertain people, and I think this is a great thing that's happening right now. We got all these. I mean, it's not great, like as far as like the freaking, diddlers, the pizza gate, whatever the hell you want to call it. That's terrible. Makes me sick, squeezed to the stomach. But I'm talking about like, I like the idea of like get new talent in there, get new like where
Get new talent and where? I'm not following where you're going with this. What are you talking about?
You're talking about
get new talent and where?
And anywhere, whether it's an actor, whether it's a musical artist, a comedian, anywhere. I just think if I mean, like you're strictly talking about rap, right? I've never heard of her before. I just didn't want to seem like a.
Ghislaine Maxwell is not a rapper. She's Jeffrey Epstein's former ex-girlfriend, or whatever.
Right.
But then you started talking about Pizzagate, so I thought you were following me, and then you trailed back off.
Oh boy, is my face red. Yeah, that's funny how that did actually coincide with one another. But what I actually do mean, putting that aside, I like the idea of having new talent. I'm sick of the same old. Takashi having rat on everybody. I want this pizza face.
But that's what I'm saying. You had a problem with snitching when it was 6ix9ine, but yet you're supporting it when it comes to Ghislaine Maxwell. I know those are totally two different things, so let me shut the fuck up right now. Let me shut up. I know those are totally different things.
It's oranges and apples. I think acting is like, I mean, man, it's so weird, honestly. Like to think, imagine like 2 weeks time we find out Harrison Ford was a diddler. Like,
yeah,
I would be depressed for not weeks, not months, but probably maybe like, I don't know, about like 2 hours. Then I'd be like, all right, well, that sucks. And then I'd probably go.
I always really wondered like how the fuck all these big actors like got these. It seems like some of the roles they get are like super easy, and now I see it's kind of just what I'm saying. They're kind of like
David Arquette, Scream.
I love David Arquette. What are you talking about? Don't even do that to David Arquette. I love him. Yeah, I mean I haven't seen a lot of his movies, but I liked him in Scream. That movie was funny.
I can't name one of his movies yet you love it, dude.
Scream. I love him in Scream. Scream was my favorite movie.
Courtney Cox, I love you. You're so hot on that show.
And then he was also a guest on Friends, wasn't he? He was like stalking Phoebe.
Well, yeah, because I think Courtney Cox and David Arquette went at that. Her name is Courtney Cox Arquette.
How old are they? Aren't they divorced already?
They probably got divorced within the first like week.
No, I always thought it was cute because I really used to follow them all the time. And Courtney Cox said on their wedding rings they had engraved "a deal's a deal," like meaning like once you get married, like you gotta stay in marriage. So when I heard they were getting divorced, I was like, what? I thought a deal's a deal.
That's kind of cool. That's kind of cool, actually. Yeah, that's cool. I respect that. That's a cool little embroidery. I do know though he had severe. I mean, like what actor or Hollywood personality doesn't have like depression issues, but like he was really bad to the point where that's why he kind of just fell off the face of the earth. And
Yeah.
he did Scream, Scream 2, Scream 3. Was that Scream 4?
Yeah, there was. It came out way late, like 2010, like 2010 or 11.
Like Eight-Legged Freaks, like I said. Ready to Rumble, I will say, I don't know if you were a wrestling fan. I used to love wrestling, WCW, WWF, Attitude Era, like the whole all ECW.
Yeah, not really.
But he was in that movie, and that's a great movie because they have, well, of course, because he's in it, and they have like actual wrestlers, like you know, they're actors at heart, and they're all having cameos in it. Great movie, great movie.
Speaking of other celebrities in the news, I do have some bad news. Did you hear about Regis Philbin? He passed away due to a heart attack.
Oh, I've been getting to that hot seat for like 30 years at this point.
That's crazy.
Man. Well, I guess my itching stopped. No more itching to get into that hot seat. Then again, who wants to be a millionaire even like exist anymore?
That's all you know him as? You don't know about Regis and Kelly? Regis and Kelly. You don't know about
of course.
What else did he have?
I think that was about it. Like, I mean, he was a TV personality. I think him and Dick Clark like went at it. He's like, "I'll tell you what, I'll get this before you."
Did Regis ever do like a New Year's?
Get out of here,
Regis. Was he? I don't think he was like. Did he? Regis New Year's?
Was that Regis?
Did he ever do like a New Year's thing?
No, it was Dick Clark's Rockin' New Year's
Rockin' Eve. Yeah. They still call it that, right?
I was gonna say. And it's funny, like I like how it's like, well, I don't like how certain people in Hollywood get passes, like Kathy Griffin was like trying to or pretending to rather suck on Anderson Cooper's hee-haw during the live broadcasting. I guess that was her.
Would Anderson Cooper be into that?
Well, no, he's a homosexual, so it's like,
exactly.
So it's like, okay, well, that's totally inappropriate. Like, imagine he tried to do something like that with his tongue into your like cha-cha. You'd be like, oh my god, this is like so unacceptable. I may be a comedian, but no, not okay. Like, I do not like that woman. Hate him or love him, like, I don't love him, but Donald Trump, like what she did with like that like head thing, like what were you thinking, lady? That's not even like comedy. She's like, it's art. Oh really? Because that art got you like out of like every comedy club in the country for God knows how long. You put on like an FBI list. Like, that's not comedy. That's just retardation.
She was put on an FBI list for that?
I don't know about an FBI list, but it's just something you don't do. I wouldn't think to do something as silly as that. Anyways, you got the computer right there, so all I've got is my purple chair I got from Prince.
You got that chair from Prince?
Yeah.
How come you don't sell that on Mercari?
Kidding, I'd actually get it from Prince. That'd be awesome, though. I don't know how I just fooled you with that. I mean,
Oh
actually,
yeah.
it could make sense though because of the R&B history.
What if you just knew someone named Prince, and then you were like, "Oh, I got this from Prince," and you're not lying because your friend's name is Prince.
Well, actually, it was my dog's name. I'm sitting on a dog bed.
There
I'm
you
on
go.
I'm on the floor right now, Indian style, everybody.
So that's not a lie, is it? Could you
It's
do
not a
that?
lot.
Because like I said, everyone, my phone is like messed up right now. It turns on just to the point where you see the Apple screen, and then after that, the screen kind of turns green and like flashes. But
Yeah,
couldn't I technically sell it on Mercari and be like selling an iPhone? It
yeah, you
turns
could.
on.
As
Oh,
long as you get everything wiped. Like, what what year is it?
um,
What version?
like 2018. It's a 10s.
Yeah, dude, I could. Yeah, ready? I'll switch for
But
you.
here's the thing. Here's the thing. Supposedly, because I had to erase everything through the iCloud through Find My iPhone, right?
Okay.
So technically, it should have erased it. But if my iPhone is fucked up, like there's a chance that Find My iPhone wasn't able to connect to my phone, right? So I might still have stuff on there. I really don't know. So maybe I shouldn't do it.
I'll tell you
I'm
what.
not
I
about to
mean,
do it.
like that's your call. If it, pardon me, I did bip, but and by bip I mean burp. Uh, just back it up. Just go ride the whip. As far as the phone,
No, I can't
I
because
got
it
like
doesn't.
Google. I got like Google Photos and just like Gmail. I don't know what the hell it was.
Yeah, no, I don't have the storage though, so there's definitely some stuff on the phone that has not been backed up.
Yeah, just wherever the hell that thing is up there, just be like, hey, pal, hey, buddy, I need some shit up there. Can you help? And I'm sure Zuckerberg will like be like, hey, sure.
Nah, there's no way to find it.
I think. Do you think Zuckerberg is going to heaven or heck?
I've off, I've actually no, I've thought about that a lot. Actually,
I think he's
like
made planet Earth.
ever since there was one video where he was talking to he was like in front of Congress or something, and they were talking just about how like Facebook uses your data or something. And I mean, just to sum it up, basically they were trying to make it seem like the people in Congress that were like super old didn't know how to use Facebook or something, or you know what I'm saying. But at the end of the day, like of course everyone knows that Facebook spies on us, which is basically I think like, the
I
gist of
mean,
what they were
the
saying.
Patriot Act 2000, what was it, right after 9/11?
2001, yeah. I thought that was the whole thing. That was the reason why they did all that was to pass the Patriot Act.
And it's so funny, like how people just like they just refuse to believe the truth. I mean, like the X-Files told us, the truth is out there, but where? I remember when this whole COVID thing first started. First thing I said was, "Hey, everybody, pay close attention to these companies. This is
The hand sanitizer companies.
Look it up. They're all a lot of these companies toxic hand sanitizer. Oh, I wonder who that could be.
Because a lot of these places also a lot of these places
Democrats?
a lot of these places also just started. You know what I'm saying? Because they used to make alcohol and then they started making hand sanitizer. So they don't know the right shit to do. They don't know that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's like whether it's the right or wrong thing to do, just freaking put. If you got an pandemic going around, freaking just put vodka in a freaking little mini bottle and say, all right.
That's what I'm saying. I bought one from 7-Eleven and it's in the shape of a little pint, and it's I thought it was like regular hand sanitizer, but it's liquidy, like it's made out of it smells like vodka, like you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it's totally hand sanitizer. So
Well,
So what? Do you only get one brand of hand sanitizer or something?
No, it's just I saw like there were three different. I don't know. I'm not looking it up again because just I mean it's getting on everybody's nerves. But COVID is one of the most annoying things to ever happen. I
Agreed.
think
Agreed.
in my entire life, in your entire life. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I've had close ones to me die. That's pretty annoying. But I don't know. It's like just like little stupid things. It's like really, like you're gonna give me a citation because my mask like came loose and my nose was sticking out. So it was just covering my mouth. I wasn't wearing it properly.
That's the thing. They can give you citation now.
I saw yeah. There's like
No, I mean that's
not,
only if you're in the store, not like outside, right?
well, I guess this it made sense. It was at a gym, but the dude's like, well, listen, I'll put it back on, but I can't breathe with this thing on. It's like because if you think about it, you're breathing out. You're breathing out what? CO2. What? Freaking. Okay, so you breathe in oxygen and you breathe out the CO2.
Carbon dioxide. Yeah.
Yeah, CO2. So then trying to breathe that back in, like if you have like underlying issues, like I mean, like as a youngster, like for instance, I had pretty bad asthma. I outgrew it, but I mean, like I would be in the hospital like every year, like up until I don't know, like maybe like ninth grade of high school. Like that's how bad it was. So it's like when I wear those things, it's hard to breathe. So it's like I'm always sticking my nose out, and I'm like, I get it. I'm not trying to be selfish. This thing isn't for me. It's
Exactly.
for me to
And
help
that's what I'm
the
saying.
people around me. You know, like I get that, and the people.
And that's what I was saying.
That,
Even back when you were just talking a second ago, and you were like, "Oh, it was a gym, so that makes sense." I'm like, "Yeah, like people just they understand. It's like they just don't want to understand." You know what I mean?
but to give out a citation if he's gonna abide by it or just simply leave the gym, like that's crazy. I forget how much it was, but it's like
No, that's what I'm saying. I feel like they're just making that for the people that want to be assholes about it. And it's like, oh, you want to be an asshole about it? Now you're getting a citation.
or
They have the option to leave.
and they want people to know we mean business. Like that's what's bad about the internet nowadays because the thing about like our age group I think is very interesting is that we've lived not so much. I mean, like it's always existed. Say if you're 30 years old, but not to the extent in which it exists now. So it's like that miracle tool of the internet. That was incredible. It's like, but when you were a young kid on the internet, I don't know. I know my elementary school had maybe like three computers, and look, it's like a freaking habit now. And like we just play like the Oregon Trail and all those stupid freaking games, but now it's like, and then like AskJeeves.com was like the Google.
Oh, that's way back. Yeah, I remember that.
Like Yahoo, like and then all of a sudden, like once Google took over, I feel like it morphed into this ball of like more. It's been doing more bad to society than good, in my opinion. I think like the idea of like Google Earth, like all it's ridiculous. It's like I don't know. I just don't think it should be allowed. Yet like Tim
it's
Allen
so convenient, but that's how they get you. Like
I mean,
they
like,
make
Tim
it so
Allen
that
had
you
a
need
great
it.
point about those like cars that go around. Not to cut you off. I just want to make this one quick point. Like he said, "Oh yeah, so I mean, like you'll have these younger folk or even older folk, and they'll see one of those Google cars with the circle cameras on top,
Yeah.
and they'll start waving. They're like, "Oh my God, Google!" But if it said like United States of America or like FBI, like they would be like, "That's not allowed. That's not good." Like they'd be hiding from it. So it's
Do you
kind
do
of
you,
interesting.
do you follow like the have you heard about these like First Amendment audits on YouTube?
First Amendment artists. No, go deeper. I'd like to.
These people they because freedom of the press is in the First Amendment, so they go to these state buildings, like for example a police station, and they just start recording because that's not illegal. You see what I'm saying?
I don't like the idea of antagonizing somebody who's trying to do
No, they're not they're not
a job
antagonizing.
that we
They're
pay for. We're
they're
paying.
they're not antagonizing anyone. They'll be in an empty parking lot, but then the people will
Oh, okay.
antagonize
I'm
them.
thinking
You
of the
see what
ones
I'm
where
saying?
they go up to the guys and they're just like, "What are you doing?" It's like, "What do you mean? What am I doing?" Like,
No. No, the one channel that
Well,
I'm
it's all
talking
fun.
about, they do a really good job of like making. Well, it depends. There's a lot of people that are involved with it, but the one main guy does a really good job of making sure he's really not causing this because they can say whatever and say disturbing the peace or whatever. So he makes like even if he goes into like a mail post office or something, he'll make sure to ask for stamps. So like he really has a reason to be there, kind of thing. Yeah. In addition to, I mean, even though he doesn't have to, he's being that nice about it already. You see what I'm saying? So it's like,
Yeah.
I don't know. I've watched a lot of those like before coronavirus, and like I was totally on their side. Like, yeah, it's all right. But now that I'm seeing the argument with the masks, I'm just like, nah, you guys. I understand that you're right, but like, it just makes sense to wear the mask. So just wear the fucking mask.
Yeah. It's like just wear. Put it this way: I was raised better safe than sorry. You know what? For all we know, I hope COVID-19 is fake, but this mutated strain actually may be real and may get worse and worse and worse, and that's a very scary thought.
I mean, viruses always mutate. If they're saying there's a mutated one, I don't
Well,
like.
yeah, that's
What I'm
what I mean.
saying?
Like
Like,
Corona has always existed. It's just the mutated version of Corona, and it's called COVID-19. So that's what
I
that's
see. I
a
see.
lot of that's a big misunderstanding because I was doing the COVID trace.
But this is also SARS plus coronavirus, right? That's why it's like
Yeah,
SARS COVID.
yeah, it's like COVID. It's like COVID SARS too.
Oh yeah. Also, in addition to more celebrity news, Doja Cat recently told everyone that she was
Who
diagnosed with corona. Doja Cat. You don't know who Doja Cat is?
is that? I think I do. I actually think I do.
I liked a lot. I liked a lot of her older songs, but her one song that went number one is the one that she did with Nicki Minaj.
Okay, that's not? I think I'd have to hear, but I think I know exactly who you're talking about. I'm actually, uh, I keep forgetting. Like I have the clicky in my little lap. I was looking up Macquarie for you. So let me see what we got here. All right. So, out of curiosity, can we see how many people are watching this, or is that a thing that happens after the fact, or is that something that just never happens, or?
As far as the podcast or the Periscope broadcast, for those not aware, we're also actually on Periscope right now. So, were you talking about Periscope?
What is this? What am I on right now? I'm not on the book face, am I? I better hide myself again. I don't want people knowing.
Your face is not going to be on there. It's only audio. But if you follow Kick the Media on Facebook, it is going to be posted there.
Yeah. Okay. So it's a book face thing. All right. Yeah, I got.
But no, not really. It's shout out to Spreaker.com. They're the ones that are also hosting us on their website, and they're the ones that send it off to Spotify, Apple Podcasts, etc. You see what I'm saying?
Uh-huh. heard that.
So are you censoring yourself now or something, or is it something that you wouldn't talk about?
No, it's just more so. I just wasn't really sure, like as far as like being on Periscope. I saw that like you were doing two at once, and I figured it was this and that.
No, oh yeah, I see. No, I see what you're talking about. It's not on Facebook like that.
So it's not like okay, yeah. So it's like
yeah. The only place you're.
It's not like when my buddies can look up. Hey,
yeah, no. The only place.
Let me look up moron who just took off his suit jacket and. I don't know.
Well, see, they wouldn't see that because it's only audio. But the only place they can see you is on Periscope. That's all I was saying.
That's fine. I'm scoping till I die, baby. Scoping till I die. Yeah, I think Periscope used to be. It still is cool, but you were on it when it first started, right? Like, were we discussing this? Like, I mean, like Howie Mandel.
I think so.
Like all
I didn't remember Howie Mandel making it big.
Like, who the hell else used to be on this? A lot
of some of the Bad Girls Club people would go on here too. I don't know if you watch Bad Girls Club.
The Suicide Girls. I remember that.
Basically.
So basically, so yeah, no, I don't know. I'm not really familiar with that show or reality show or what is it? I would like to
Bad Girls Club.
Bad Girls Club. So it's called the BGC. It could also stand for bagels, garlic, cream cheese. Sorry, I'm a New Yorker. I could go for some bagels.
Garlic bagel with cream cheese?
Yeah. Maybe I should have kept the shoot out.
So that would be GBC. Because you wouldn't ask for a bagel, garlic, and cream cheese. You would ask for a garlic bagel and cream cheese.
Okay.
All right, so unfortunately we are running out of time, but I didn't want to end this without everyone getting all your info and where they can find you on.
I'm not sure if he froze or not, but if he did freeze, there actually is a great place you can go to. All right. Well, now it's kind of popping back in, but if you want some information on the coronavirus, COVID, okay, well, I don't know. I hear him like popping in and out. John Hopkins U. They have a little briefer course if you'd like to be more with it, more get a little more in depth. And I shall leave.
I apologize for the inconvenience. It seemed like we got cut off at the very end. I apologize for the inconvenience. And we seem to have lost the Morgz. But I just wanted everyone to follow him on Periscope at Morgz. That's the name is spelled on the title of the broadcast. So everyone check him out. Once again, I do want to thank Kick the Media for hosting us, and definitely check out their other podcasts. They have a lot of great podcasts. Boom with Buffalo Josh, who is that, what's that taste, and there's definitely more to come in the future. So stay tuned, and we'll see you next